You're live. Desi.
Hold on, I'm just sharing it.
Oh, you got your mic muted. You can't hear? Oh Lord. Can you hear me, Nunu?
I can hear you.
Right.
Hold on. I'm trying to.
Listen,
Nunu the
there you
guide tonight. I'm not.
I'm guiding tonight.
oh, got it away.
Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the Immersive Experience. I'm your guide, Nunu Doe. I would like for everybody to introduce themselves. We're gonna start with you, Mr. Accountability.
Why is it always the darkest guy in the podcast? Like why
You know
can't
we
y'all
gotta
go
start from
I-
with
darkest
I'm
like
as
to
the
dark as
heaviest,
you.
huh?
I'm darker
that's
than you,
that's
player.
crazy. You know
I'm
what?
darker than you, player.
It might just be a lighting, but your
It's just
boy
to the
Jay,
right because it's beaming down on me. I'm dark.
your boy Jay Rel on Facebook, Mr. Accountability. Choices are your choices all the time. Here for support, knowledge. Learn some, drop some.
Period. Okay. Mental.
Mental, uh, spirituality, natural living, overstanding darkness on Facebook. Check out a few of my podcasts. All about the occult, which is the hidden knowledge,
Lower your voice, baby.
things you won't get from anywhere else but inside yourself.
Okay. Okay. And then Mr. Accountability, we didn't get your social media.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Facebook, JREL, JAYRELL. That's it. I don't do all the whole social media things, the extra ones. I don't do all that.
You say you don't do all the social media.
No, I got a Facebook. That's about it. Everything
You ain't
else,
wrong.
no bueno. Too much work, too
Me
much
too.
time.
It is. It is. I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't have a business or two, I wouldn't even have one at all. I get tired of being having my face being glued to the phone all the time. But that's today's society. Everybody's scrolling, and that's how everybody making money these days. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start off with a question.
You
What
you
is you
you
Hold
all's
uh
on.
you
definition?
you,
Let
you
me
skipped
go.
out on you skipped out on
All
Dez.
right.
I sure did. I suck. Sorry, y'all.
Good evening. I'm Desi Lou,
Right. The
and
biggest boss.
you can
Period.
follow us. You can follow the Immersive Experience on Instagram at the underscore Immersive Experience. Also on YouTube at the Immersive Experience, a podcast. Don't forget to podcast, please. And also on Facebook at the Immersive Experience. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Desi. And thank you for letting me guide this wonderful evening. Okay, guys. And Desiree, we're gonna start with you since I left you out. Um, the question is, what is you all's take on standing on business?
So my take on standing on business is just basically like keeping your word. So like if you saying you finna do something, then you need to keep your word. What you said you was finna do, do it. And standing on business mean doing the actions that you gotta do, taking the steps that you need to take, making the choices you need to make. That's how I feel.
Okay, okay. And how about you, Mental?
So when you say standing on business, what business?
Uh,
Everything?
Everything,
What?
life, expectations, following through.
Okay. So being a man of your word.
Hmm.
Well, that's all we got as black men is our word. And if our word don't mean anything, we don't mean anything.
Okay, I hear it. I hear it. And then how about you, Mr. Accountability?
I agree with both Mental and Dez. For me, actions speak louder than words. That's just what it is.
Absolutely. I'm definitely standing on business as we speak. My head feel like I have a sledgehammer currently pounding on it. But I promised Desiree I was gonna gas tonight, so here I am standing on business.
All facts.
Wishing I could be prescribed some perks, but hey, we'll get on that later. Okay. So I guess we just gonna dive right in. So, what are some common reasons or patterns that arise when you find it difficult to keep your word to yourself? Anybody want to take a jab at that?
I will.
Addiction.
Excuses. People call them reasons all day long. That's the main reason why people
That is how you cover up an excuse.
um
This is my reason.
yeah, but people call them reasons. They're excuses. That's the main reason why when it comes down to it, you can't stick by your word. You can't stand by what you say you're gonna do or didn't do. You got to have an excuse behind it and say, "Oh, this is my reason I did this. It's my reason I did that." But once you get past those excuses and realize that, I'm sorry, once you get past those reasons and realize they were actually excuses as to why you didn't do this or didn't do that, you'll see a difference in your life. But until then, you're gonna be stuck where you at. It's always gonna be the same things over and over and over again.
Yeah, holding
Excuses that
yourself
you call
accountable.
reasons.
Definitely. The only way you're gonna do that is holding yourself accountable for them. How about you, Mesa?
What was the question again?
What are some common reasons or patterns that arise when you find it difficult to keep your word to yourself?
Oh yeah. Trauma, and well, not me personally, because there I keep my word to myself, but trauma and addiction will
Thank you
stop
for
a
going.
person from saying what they gonna do and then not doing it.
Okay.
My major two, because
Okay.
addiction means you an addict. You at whatever the addiction may be, drugs, sex, power, whatever it may be. And
Absolutely. How
then
about you?
trauma, that unresolved pain that we have, that we don't want to talk about, that we want to push way, way down and forget about. But nothing can be unforgotten.
True. No matter how much we suppress, it'll never
Right?
be
No matter how
forgotten.
much all it's going to do is come out in a different form.
Yeah,
You may
I
not
agree with
even
that.
recognize it.
Yeah, yeah. I say that to people all the time about like bottling things in. Like you bottle in so much, and then when you finally do pop, it's over the smallest thing, and now everybody looking at you like you're crazy, not realizing that it was a build up. You know what I'm saying?
Or you could have killed somebody, or you could have
Yeah,
killed someone.
and I'm definitely
Anything is
guilty of that.
possible.
Well,
I'm a little hit or miss on the holding stuff in and the pop because I hold a whole lot in, but I still choose what I let out. If I let it out, that's my choice.
Well, what are we talking about? A whole lot in a whole lot of what?
A whole lot in mentally. A lot of my life, a lot of what I go through, I don't talk to nobody. Talk to me.
No, no,
Leave
no.
me
Not
alone.
that's not holding back because you don't want to give forth and let everybody know who you are. That's one thing. When we say holding back, I'm assuming what we're talking about is holding back who we are, the true us, because of others. They may not like it or whatever.
Oh no, I don't care about that. Yeah,
Oh, tempo.
yeah.
That's what I thought we said. I could be wrong. Am I wrong, Nunu?
no.
Oh, okay, got you.
How about you, Desiree?
So I think that things that things that held me back was like my insecurities, like just it kept me from standing on business. When you think, thinking that I wasn't enough, so just cycling through that kept me from standing on business because it just a bunch of false starts. So
Okay, okay. I know one thing, the main thing that hinders me to this very day is procrastination. When I run into a task that's very tedious, I tend to just continue to find a lot of reasons why I should avoid it and I'll get to it tomorrow and tomorrow never gets here. Procrastination is my biggest enemy that I'm working on right now. Like I have to stop procrastinating because like my procrastination be holding me back from a lot of blessings, a lot of business, a lot of great opportunities. It's just tedious tasks are just my weakness. It's not my strong suit at all. Like I just rather just pay somebody to do it. Like, here, just do it, and when it's done, give it to me.
You know what I want you to do?
How life works. So
You know what I want you to do, Nunu? I want you to remember something. The moments in your life when you're the most scared, or you're the most worried, or you're the most timid, or you're the most standoffish, those are the moments where you really got to dive in. You really got to go after it.
yeah, and that's what I'm challenging myself to do these days. Like, I literally have at the top of my to do list. I have affirmations, and what the first one is we're gonna stop the procrastination this year. Literally, like, that's every time I open my to do list, I have to read those affirmations before I even dive into my to do list. That's how serious I am about fixing my procrastination because it's bad.
So
It's
what steps have you taken to fix it? Besides the affirmation, what other steps have you done?
Well, right now, I guess you could say I'm taking baby steps. I'm just practicing. Like, what I do is I'm trying to practice, like, work on changing my behavior. So I get to something on the to do list that's tedious. Like, for these last 2 days, prime example. For these last 2 days, I've been trying to study digital marketing and creating digital products. That's the new wave. That's the new 6-figure wave. And
Mhm.
by me already having a website, I'm at a great advantage. There's really no need for me to be procrastinating. However, again, it's still a tedious task. So instead of skipping over that, I actually took the time and actually dug into it. And this be my problem with procrastination. Every time I finally tackle the task that I've been avoiding, it's never nothing that's hard. It's like, Dad, this all it was. I didn't even have to put this off this long. It never fails. I have never finally touched the task that I procrastinated on that was like, oh my God, I really just can't figure this out.
Well, what if the procrastination ain't what you think it is?
What you mean?
What if it's your spirit saying, you know something, we don't want you to worry about this money and this. We want you to worry about this over here, getting to know you. We want you to get to know the inner you and the power you have that you can affect people with, but it ain't going to come the way you want it because the spirit work different than the physical. What we want, the spirit really don't care about. And
Mm-hmm.
it's you, not my spirit, your spirit, the best you. Don't care about all that stuff. What it cares about is what are you getting better every day being Nunu? In fact, are you getting better every day leaving Nunu behind? Because that's not you. The real you is the essence behind Nunu. When you close your eyes, you can still see, smell, taste, hear. Who's doing the listening? Who's doing the seeing? Without the physical body. So the real essence of you is trying to communicate to you. It's trying to tell you something. It might be telling you, now that I'm feeling it, it's saying, slow down, stop, take some time for Nunu, do nothing, be still. All your answers are in that stillness.
Yeah.
Everything you want to know is in that stillness.
And that's another thing that I'm working on. Learning how to be okay with doing nothing. I feel guilty when I feel like I have to be doing something. By my check not being guaranteed, I have to be doing something every day. Or, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna fall behind and stuff. But I agree with you, like I do, and I've gotten better with that too. I've gotten a lot better with that actually. Like, I've been diving into my health a little more, a lot more, self-care, all that stuff. So again, how I'm working on my procrastination is practicing new habits, getting myself into new habits. My old habit is, oh, let's just skip over that and worry about it until later. My new
Well,
habit is, no, let's tackle this right now or it'll never get done. So that's how I'm working on my procrastination.
well, you just got to remember, you're a spiritual child, protected, divine. If birds ain't got to worry about stuff, why we got to worry about insects? Ain't got, they just do their thing. Spirit says work, they do their thing, nothing. We can be the same way with the same part of us, that internal part of us that helps us to breathe and digest our food and keeps our heart beating. That part of us be trying to talk to us, but we're so far into, like we say, business, working, making money, taking care of the kids, all that stuff. And we forget the everything that we do, taking care of kids, business, all that is a projection on the inside of how we feel about things on the outside.
Mhm.
So if your inside is right, everything on the outside gotta be right. It ain't got no choice. It's got to fall in line.
Okay. And I'm
What's
a
going on, Jazz?
I'm gonna pause for 1 second. I want to introduce my cousin Erica. She's joining us tonight. I didn't introduce her because she was over there on the phone. Erica, you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Okay. Well, hello everyone. I'm Erica. I'm actually Nunu's big cousin. Um, I I'm honored to join you guys tonight. Personally, I am a business owner as well as I'm a traveling nurse as well. I she did ask me to join tonight concerning standing on your business. And I asked her, I said, okay, is this about business, or is this about within yourself? So the first thing that kind of hit me was like, because when this with yourself, like you were saying, like the gentleman mentor was saying, you work on the inside and everything will manifest for you on the outside. So I am honored today. So I mean, and I'll give input. You know what I'm saying? I won't over talk because I can talk a little bit too much sometimes. So, but I thank y'all for having me.
No problem. No problem.
You want to tell us about your businesses?
Okay, yes,
Where we can follow you at?
yes. So the name of my business is Divine Elements United, which is I have a business Facebook business page which is Divine Elements United. I also can be found on Instagram under Erica_Anderson_nurse. Also TikTok under Erica Anderson 111. I also have a YouTube page as well called Divine Elements United as well. My business consists of sea moss gel. I actually started taking it. Now I'm at about going on 9 years. I started taking it because originally when I was pregnant, I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. It went away, but it came back as type 2 diabetes while I was in nursing school. I got up to about 300 pounds. Nothing, no medicine could help me. And as I was learning while I was in school, all medications they mimic some herb, or they mimic some vegetable, or they mimic
That
that's already been created. So why wouldn't I go to the root instead of skipping over? And then, people are so quick, they like fix it so much. When if you stay consistent with what's already been provided for us, it will actually heal you, not mask your symptoms. So
facts.
I started taking it myself, and I was able to lose the weight, keep it off. I was able to actually gain energy, because it rebuilds bone, it rebuilds muscle, and I end up learning about even more herbs that help. So I actually add about 11 herbs to my sea moss, and then I flavor it with real fruit as well. I've been able to help a lot of people, and my business is pretty much my testimony, because I wanted to give back. I don't feel like the game is to be sold. If there's knowledge
Facts.
learned, I'm supposed to share it, because not everybody knows. They tell us all the time, everything you need has been provided for you, but everybody doesn't know where to go and get it. So if I learn it, I'm supposed to share it. So when COVID came out, everybody around me got sick. I never got sick. I've never been vaccinated. I've never caught COVID, and I've been at
Facts.
this point in time for 13 years. But if your immune system is boosted properly, you can overcome anything, especially when you're
Absolutely.
body what it needs. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the deficiencies that be in our body is because we have either a lack of something or too much of something else.
Can I ask you a
Look,
question?
yes, sir.
I'm, I want to know what changed on the inner you was the final straw where you got the sea moss. You were
Because
over the
I
weight that you
know
wanted to do. What changed in you, the inner
what
you?
what changed in me was the fact that I know there's people that have dealt with what I dealt with, and they did not depend on man or anything
Oh,
man made.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there's got to be something out here, because first of all, I don't like to take medicine. And even though I'm a nurse, I don't promote it. I'm a licensed practical nurse. So I have to think of the practical thing to do first, not the quick thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was when it hit me, I actually had came to visit, and I didn't have my medicine with me, and my blood sugar was like 300. And
Mm,
it caused the fear, because they put a fear in you when they give you
right.
diagnosis. You will end up having something come on you just because you fearing it, and you
Mm-hmm.
got it.
You
So
done put it out there.
yeah, I'm like, you know what? it's got to be something else. So I went to looking, you know what I'm saying? Because we carry a computer in our hand at all times.
So
Cinnamon,
where was the energy coming from?
God,
That inner,
that's
this
in
is, I
God.
just want the people to know
Yeah,
how when that spirit activates in us,
absolutely.
it's gonna do what it do.
Exactly. And you're not going to be able to stop it because
But thank you.
especially if you
Yes.
let it flow because it's going to come to you and it's going to act but it's your choice to follow that though. Because
Uh-oh.
the ones who goes against it, then they end up having more issues. But when you go with the flow that it is supposed to be, it will move the way it's supposed to move.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts.
So that's what happened with me, and ever since then, I've been so grateful. So when everybody around me started catching COVID, I wanted to give back, and that's what really started my business. And I also make elderberry syrup, which is a natural antiviral. What people are dealing
Right.
with are viral issues, the nausea, the coughing, the upper respiratory issues, and all those different things. And I use the elements of the earth to provide that healing. I've been able to help a lot of people.
Minerals, not vitamins.
Exactly, because first of all, what the people tell you take a vitamin all day long, but they don't know you need the minerals to even absorb them. You can take vitamins all day long, and it'll just be sitting as a radical in your blood.
That's why you gotta have it with food. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Oh yeah, you're welcome to. Uh-huh. But yeah, it'll sit as a radical. So we have to know that you need those minerals to even be able to absorb the vitamins properly. So I like to I do it with teaching as well. I don't want nobody to just take my CMOS because I'm trying to make a buck. You know what I'm saying? I want to share the knowledge of it. Know what your body does. Know how your body works. When you're allergic
Facts.
to something, your body, you may start sweating. That's your body trying to get it out its pores. You may throw it up. That's your body trying to reject it out of your body. You might get diarrhea. That's another way of your body getting it out of you. You have to know how your body works to really know how to what those dis diseases are. Because that's all it is. It's
Ah,
not a disease, it's a disease.
this ease.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Facts.
So yeah.
That's that holistic teaching right there. For
Absolutely.
y'all that don't understand. But go
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I
because
love
I'm
what I
with you.
do.
During COVID, I never got sick.
Yeah.
Not even a sniffle.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm with you. I have a whole mineral diet that I take, and I know that food is the number one enemy. We eat way too much of it. It's too much toxins in the food, but we're taught to eat 3, 4 times a day, then
Yeah.
snack in between.
Exactly.
E-
And you're
Even though
supposed
the
to eat several
digestive
times a day.
system,
And you're supposed to eat in small increments. And you're only supposed to
right,
eat if you're hungry. That's where gluttony comes from. You know what I'm saying? That overeating. You know, we eat a lot of meat. Meat has parasites. People have to understand that when that animal dies, they're not doing it like it was when the ancestors was around. They're not blessing that
draining
animal
the
before
blood,
it
doing all that.
exactly. So if it dies and it's in fear, it releases a toxin into the meat. So you're eating that. So you really are what you eat. You'll have those toxins rolling through your body. So it takes time, like even when it comes to fasting. A lot of people don't know about fasting, but sometimes you got to wean your body off of stuff so you can get rid of what's been built up. You get too
Mm,
much in, what we do, we break out, we get
right.
real sick, we got inflammation in our body. Inflammation is mucus.
Hold on, we got a question from
Oh,
Riz
okay.
Benjamin.
Where
What herbs would you recommend to people that live in the north that usually have low vitamin D deficiency?
low vitamin D? Well, I know sea moss is going to give you 92 to 96 minerals anyway. Yet I will say that
Moringa,
yeah, moringa is good. I feel like burdock root and bladderwrack are awesome.
burdock,
Um,
absolutely.
yes, bladderwrack actually affects your T3 and your T4 thyroid that is produced there. Your thyroid, that's going to mess with your weight. We're talking about the temperature of your body. That even messes with your mood. That even messes with your absorption. So when you don't have enough, that is something that you can supplement. You know, that is a good one as well. Ashwagandha as well. Things that are ultimate healers. Manuka honey. You know what I'm saying? Things that are going to have those extra factors in there to bring whatever levels you have that are low up. So, and then you got to also think you need phosphorus to absorb iron. Okay, and iron is it affects vitamin D, so you want to make sure you are getting in those green leafy vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Whether not just spinach, do arugula, You know what I'm saying? Switch chard. You know what I'm saying? Get out here and kind of find out about different greenery that you can put into your body that'll actually be beneficial for you.
Absolutely.
So yes.
And if you can, sunlight.
Absolutely.
Sunlight. You'll
Absolutely.
get absorb all the vitamin D you need in just
Absolutely.
direct sunlight right on your skin.
And do you know
Well, in the
also,
north, they not
I
able
was
to
just
do
gonna
that
say
like
that.
that.
but you know
That's
what?
why I moved to
Animals.
Florida.
Animals.
Yeah.
Even like animals, canines, they absorb it into their skin from being outside. So when they go and they lay on, you know what I'm saying, their person, they actually are able to transfer that vitamin D onto you.
Wow, now that I didn't know.
Yes, yes. That's why they
Tenfold.
can say, dogs are a man best friend.
Yeah.
You actually can absorb from them as well, and that's like that energy exchange as well. So yeah.
You better stand on business with that sea moss, baby.
Yes,
Period.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Got to.
Oh, I got that. I just ordered some sour sop sea moss.
Oh, absolutely. I actually make one with sour sop in it, and I call
Do
it
you?
so
Oh,
surprise.
we gonna link up. I,
Oh
I
yeah.
need that.
I have over 30 flavors because I ask people what they like because that is more of an alkaline product. So you don't want to put nothing that's too acidic to it, and sour sop
Uh-huh.
is alkaline. So yes,
Right.
absolutely.
And listen, I want you to move real close to the camera because I'm gonna hit you with this blessing.
Okay.
Look at her skin, people. That's what that sea moss do. It clears all the toxins out of the skin, and it got her almost glowing in her light.
Oh wow.
I
Thank you
see
for
it.
that.
No, I see it. I'm telling you, I can see it.
Yes,
So
yes.
I just want them to know this is the effects when you eat right, when you think
Ab-
about yourself. We were talking about the whole us and being accountable to
ab-
us. I can't remember what it was, but no, making decisions and how you got to make a decision off the whole you, not just the you that want to
My
have sex or
soul.
the you that just want to eat or the you that just want drugs. It's got to be the whole you. And
Ab-
I just want to tell you, love, it shows that what you're doing is a effect of of how you're living because it's on you.
All right. Thank you very much for that. I received that. I received that. Thank you very much. Thank
You
you.
know what? I appreciate that because I ain't think nobody noticed. I got pretty nice chocolate skin too. You feel me? I try
You finna so let me talk.
to.
With you first so I can see the question.
All right, go ahead,
Well,
my
yeah, stand on business with your health. Definitely go get that sea moss. I take it myself all the time. Unfortunately, I had wound up going back to work, so I feel victim to that thanking COVID, but it is what it is. But yeah, definitely.
Don't make them excuses like Mr. Accountability said.
But no, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I didn't catch COVID until I went back to a 9 to 5. I worked for myself for 4 years and never caught it until I went back into an office.
Mm.
I wholeheartedly
So
feel like I caught it when I went back to work because I was fine. Like I was running my.
are you blaming the work?
I'm blaming the workplace, the environment.
and then
I worked in an office of over 500 people.
Ooh, tenfold.
Jazz, I appreciate you.
People touching everything. Uh-oh.
I've heard of sea moss a lot of times. We used to drink this stuff as kids called cod liver oil. It was terrible, but we never
Ugh,
got sick.
I remember.
We never got sick though.
No, what about castor oil?
We had that too. I hated it.
Ugh.
No.
Both of them was terrible.
Ugh.
Hated it,
Mm-hmm. That
but
was nasty.
we barely ever got sick as
We
kids.
can't
Like
hear you,
barely ever.
Nunu.
Okay, I'm sorry because my phone was ringing. But
to get that CMOS. Well, if you go to my Facebook business page, which is Divine Elements United, or also you can contact me on WhatsApp. The number is 314-479-0826. And you can definitely contact me. I'm also on there as Erica Anderson. So if you do follow Narissa, if you follow Nunu, or you follow Queen's Closet, I'm definitely on the friends list because I promote that as well. So yes, you're definitely welcome to reach out to me. And I do orders. I ship all over. And I do deliveries within the Chicago and Indiana area as well.
I definitely need that contact. I heard it on here. No, I need that CMOS. And then when I'm getting a good vibe from you, so I know you're putting that vibe into your product.
Absolutely. I will not, if I am in the wrong mood, I will not make it because I don't want to put that
Facts.
into that product and then somebody else is ingesting it. I have to make sure that I'm moved. When the spirit says move, that's when I make it. I don't make it when I'm not supposed to. So yes.
Okay. So just to double back, I know the first question was what are some common reasons patterns that arise when you find it difficult to keep your word to yourself? Now the second part to that question is, are there any underlying fears or self-doubts that might be contributing to this challenge?
Yes, and
We're gonna start with you, Mr. Accountability. What is it?
I'm a perfect example of this. I beat myself up. I put negativity into my head and call it reality. I'm always stuck on this is what's gonna happen or this is what could happen, instead of me actually trying to speak positivity into my life or positivity into my thoughts. That negativity creates a fear of what can happen, or what I feel like could happen, or in a sense should happen. So when it does happen, I'm not as mad. I put my own self fear into my own head and didn't realize it for a long time.
Are you not spiritually protected?
He don't believe in the spiritual stuff.
I'm not a spiritual person. Ain't
But
even
when
gonna
you
hold you.
breathe,
Does wait,
that's the spirit.
hold on. Does the self that you know, the inner you, doesn't protect you?
I'm gonna put it like this: what y'all call spiritual, I call mental.
Okay,
So,
the mental
so
don't protect you,
technically, yeah, it does. But
so dive
I
into it.
was no. I'm saying before I was at a point in time where before everything was just all negative, and I called it reality. I told myself it was this is real life.
Hmm.
This is what can happen. Like I'm better now, but for a long time, yeah, I was yeah, I was bad. But I didn't realize it. I thought it was just, this reality. Like I may want to go to Six Flags tomorrow, but it may rain. I may get a flat tire. Like I will tell myself the things. So if something bad does
Those
happen,
are all possibilities.
Now, do you think that it's related to, because I agree with you. Like I can agree because I've actually done that before. I know my reason is from constant disappointment and being let down. So my thing, and I've gotten better with that too, because Desiree used to get on me about that all the time. I will always go from the worst case scenario and then take it down to the best case scenario. And sometimes it's okay to, that would be my version of dotting all my I's and crossing all my T's. So do you think that you felt that way? My cousin over here eating my so irritated. Do you think that that is the result of being disappointed so many times?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
in a lot of ways. Yeah,
because that's what comes from when you get let down so much. It's like, all right, well, I know this ain't gonna work, but if it do, that'll be great. If it don't, it was expected.
But
But,
being
but
let
you got to
down made me
remember,
self-reliant. Being let down didn't make me feel like I had to do it. It made me want to get to know myself because nobody else wanted to get to know me.
Mm-hmm.
It only pushed me deeper inward. I was just telling Jarrell earlier, I was like, I've always felt like I've been invisible. And it's like, people will see you, they'll see you for your talent, they'll see you for but if you never see me for my mental, you ain't seeing me.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not
facts,
grasping me, you're not getting me. Like, so I've
facts.
always felt invisible. And
I
so
think
to me,
I think
Okay,
also, that's a skill, believe it or not, because I don't think everybody possesses the strength to be able to dive into themselves. It's easier to indulge in alcohol, indulge in drugs, to try to numb the pain, but nobody ever takes the time
absolutely.
to put in that work and say, okay, let me figure me out first before
Well,
I'm trying to, figure somebody else out, or anything. That's a skill. Whether you want
well,
to,
most of our
I don't
problem
possess
is
that. I know
it's
I
what
did
we
for the longest.
it's what we pay attention to. Whatever you pay attention to is going to be the life you live in. So, like Mr. Accountability said, if he's only paying attention to the negative, even if the good comes, it can't even come and be the good blessing it is, because he's like, whoo, I'm glad it wasn't that worst thing that could have came. You know what I'm saying? So you can't accept things as they are if you only pay attention to the negative. But it's the same thing with the positive. You can't only pay attention to the positive because we know the world don't work like that. You're
Yeah,
setting yourself up for disappointment.
yeah, that's when you start seeing yourself.
You know what I'm saying? So what we strive to be is right in the middle road, that balance between it both. Hey, it might be the sunniest day, best day ever to go to the amusement park, or it may rain and be sucky. And you leave it at that. You don't dwell on it.
Hmm.
You acknowledge it and you let it go.
Don't let them dry out. Been leaving them in the microwave too long. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
But it's easier said than done when our nature is to over dwell on things, and you concentrate on the negative too much, all you see is negative.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this, mental. I'm gonna say it's actually easy to do it too, and I say that because your whole life, I know a lot of my life, you always taught and told it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. But once you do it, it's like, damn, that was it. That's all I had to do.
But and that's what I was
So
saying.
so so
Like,
in reality, it wasn't that hard. You just didn't want to do it. So you just made an excuse as to why you didn't do it. You always told yourself, I can't, I can't, I can't. I don't believe in the word I can't. You just choose not to.
But no, Mr. Accountability, like you said earlier, there was a time in your life where you couldn't.
No,
You were angry.
it'll
You
time
were
my
mad.
it'll
No,
time
no,
my
no. I'm not saying I'm saying I'm not saying to disagree with you,
no
but
no no no
actually
no
to
no. I get you.
because
No, all I'm saying it'll time my life where I chose not to. I take accountability for everything I choose. My
why
choices
did
are
you
my
choose
choices.
not to?
I just didn't want to. That was it. It was no
But
excuse,
it
no
was
other way
more
around
than
it.
that.
I didn't want to because I felt like I was at my lowest point in my life, and
Uh huh.
I couldn't get no lower. So it was like, fuck it, give up. And that's what it was. It was no other way around it. No ifs ands or buts about it. I just chose my own path. I knew I innately was smart enough to know, Jarrell, you got to come out of this. Jarrell, this is bad. This is your low, but why not turn this around? I innately knew I could have. I
Okay.
just flat out chose not to. That was it.
yeah, I've been there
So
before.
what made you choose to when you turned it around? What part of you, the inner you, the mind, the spirit, whatever you want to call it, what changed that allowed you to start to heal?
To be honest with you, it was outside. It was a lot of people say it starts from inside, but to me it was outside, my kids. Seeing my kids happy to see me. Like my kids live 2.5 hours, three and a half hours away from me. But
Hmm.
I see them every weekend. I
Mm.
go and spend time every weekend. I'll take that drive every weekend, go see them, spend a whole weekend with them, drive back.
Hmm.
No questions asked. The happiness they have to see me, it made me feel like I want to put out that same happiness from myself. I want to be able to love myself the way my kids love me.
Absolutely.
I've never been able to love myself the way I've never been able to love myself honestly at a lot of points in my life. And just seeing the love that my kids have for me, like I have a stepdaughter. Me and her mother have been together in some years now, but me and her mother are still on one accord. We have a son together. Her daughter's father's never been in her life. I've been in her life since she was 2 years old. As of Monday, March 11th, upcoming Monday, I'll be legally adopting her, and that to me is like one of the best milestones I could ever have. Like
Okay.
I'm legally adopting my stepdaughter. I'm legally like she was already mine, no matter
No,
what.
that's the man move. I know
But
exactly what you're saying. That's a man move.
like all of that for me was like in my head, I can't get these positives in my life for no reason. I don't feel like that for no reason. So why squander it? Why go back into negative? Why keep allowing yourself to hate yourself? Why not actually put out and try to love yourself? Try to do better. Try to want better. Like I've been telling myself daily that everything that negative happens, it's a positive to it. I just got to find it.
Mm.
Whether it's me learning from the negative, learning from the experience, learning what I did wrong, learning what decision I made that I could have made better. Like it's always something. I just
Right.
held myself down for so long that I chose to ignore everything else. It was like, oh, you know what, this happened. I kind of expected it. Is what it is. I'm mad, but I expected it anyway.
And Jarrell, I just want to take a moment and give you your flowers because I know I've seen tremendous growth since the beginning of when you first started joining her podcast. You was real when you first. I'm serious. It was real when you first got on here. Now you more open. You more open minded. You are willing to receive, and I think you. I feel like you're doing the same thing I'm doing. You're practicing new habits to break old cycles. That's why I give your flowers because I've noticed it just from the podcast. So I can only imagine what you out there practicing, outside of this. So I just wanted to let you know I see you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And if y'all don't mind me chiming in, just listening to you talk, it just kind of made me think about the fact that a lot of us hit those low points in that's when you realize. I know you say you're not necessarily spiritual, but mental. Yeah, something inside you was triggered to make you want to do better. When we get to those low points, it may even be because of the way we have connected with other people, connections with people, things we've seen done in the past, and it'll make us even get to that point. The one thing I end up realizing about myself is that did I really know me? Like, what do I like? What don't I like? You know what I'm saying? What am I willing to deal with? What am I not? Because when you stand on what really matters to you, you'll actually be able to teach other people how to properly treat you by giving it to yourself first. Because I've dealt with, like, people be going through the same thing. You might meet a different person and go through the same type of situation with that person. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you want to break that cycle so it don't keep happening. But sometimes we didn't really get to teach nobody how to really treat us. We just kind of took them for what they was because they was willing to be there at that point in time, but they didn't really know how we would need the certain respect we would need, or the certain type of connection we would need. So they are not going to treat us that way. And sometimes it comes from us not even giving it to ourselves. So to me, I just feel like you're starting to give it to you now. You know
Yeah, I
what
am.
I'm saying? You're giving it to yourself now. So everything around you is going to do that. You're going to even attract other people around you that is going to want to also be in that same type, because you need an even exchange in any connection. I don't care if it's a lover, family, friend. As much
Facts.
as you give, that you should be receiving it. You understand me? And if you're not, then that person just might not be for you, and it's okay. Because we're not for everybody. A lot of us are an acquired taste. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that's for you, make sure you're surrounding yourself with that. Like, it's just okay. Example: if you need $200, if it take you to have to call 20 people to get $200, then you need to be checking who you got around you. Because you should not have to call 20 people to get $200. You should have the right type of people around you where you can accumulate that, where you could probably just have to call maybe one or maybe two. You understand me? To get what you need, because the type of people you want around you is the right type of people that's going to actually support you just as much as you would want to support them.
It's funny that you say that. I actually I texted Des earlier and I
Mm.
told her, what did I say? I was like, uh I wouldn't eat with nobody at the table that I wouldn't starve with.
Ah, that's
Oh,
deep.
I like that.
That's deep.
Can I steal that?
Go ahead, do your thing, big dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that one, bro. That's fire. I like that right there. I ain't gonna eat with no one that I wouldn't starve with. I like that.
Absolutely.
That means I ain't eating with some people though.
That's all facts.
I'm
And it
just
is what
saying.
it is.
I've never heard it stated like that. I like that. And it's funny, all this reminds me of stuff that we've talked about, especially, I'm sorry, the young lady that came on, yes, with
Oh,
the mom. I'm sorry,
Erica.
Miss
Yeah,
Erica.
yes,
She's
yes.
talking about a lot of stuff that we've talked about on Miss Desi's podcast, on
Mhm.
my podcast. Same stuff. You just came in with and matched that energy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Miss Desi, you been quiet. Go on, girl.
you.
Talk
You
to
know,
us.
I feel this the way I feel is like when people spilling shit that's already in my head, ain't no need for me to talk. I just sit back and observe. You speaking the truth that I would be saying to you. I ain't gonna reiterate it twice. You ain't stupid. You got it.
Facts.
You heard what she said. What you talking about?
That actually leads to the question though. So how do you prioritize your own needs and goals compared to external obligations?
Uh-oh. Can I
Based
start?
off of
Oh, go ahead.
it's
Go ahead,
based
Miss
off
Desi.
what you say, mental.
No, no, you about to say what I was gonna say, so go ahead and say it so I ain't got to repeat it.
I don't think I'm gonna say what you was about to say, but it's based off of knowing what you really want in life. You gotta really know yourself. Like if this really my goal, then I ain't gonna do nothing that's gonna be the opposite of it. If you know you gotta get up and make money every day, what you finna do? Get up and take your ass to work. You know that if you miss work, you gonna miss out on money. So, and it's that mentality. That's how I prioritize it. This important to me, right? I'm gonna show up. My podcast important. I'm showing up. I showed up when did nobody else show up. So like, and that's how I prioritize that shit. You just show up. You because that's something that's what you want. You want it, go get it.
If you want it bad enough, you gonna go get it. If you don't want it bad enough, then you gonna procrastinate. I feel like I hold myself to them same stipulations. Like I want to make money just from my bed doing this on my phone.
Right.
If I want it bad enough, I sat my ass down and I studied this digital marketing and digital products, and now it's lit. I'm just sitting back, waiting on my hard work to just sprout and grow. But until then, all I had was excuses and, and it's still a few things that I need to learn. Like I'm trying to learn credit repair. It's a few things I'm trying to learn. But again, I'm so used to saying, do that. Tell me how that go so I can finish the rest. It don't work like that with everything. It don't. And that's
My
okay.
love,
You know what?
the reason my spirit told you to be still is because you got to let some of that science that you're learning settle in so your spirit of truth can take it to the next level.
Yeah, you know what? And it's funny that you saying that because one of my staff, the guy that I hired as my manager, he just said, and I have always struggled with this delegating tasks.
Oh,
I struggle with that so bad for the simple fact, if you want something done right, you do it yourself. And I stand firm on that. And because of that, because I stand so firm on that, I would just rather not overexert myself, but I don't got time to get mad at you for not doing it the way I did it. So let me just do it so I don't have to worry about all that.
but you can't do everything.
I can't. And I know that. I
You'll
really
kill yourself trying to do every. No, serious, real talk. You will literally kill yourself trying to do every single thing. It ain't possible, love. It's not.
he just said that he was like, man, listen, I see what you're doing. Start passing some of those tasks down to me. Like I can handle it. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're doing. I've been sitting back. I've been studying you. And
And that's the spirit trying to tell
and he
you
doesn't
through
really
him, let me do something for you.
And I've been getting better, baby steps. I've had him stuff bit better.
Girl, you know better. Know better, do better. You can change in an instant. All it takes is for Nunu to say, you know something, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing this no more. The spirit is going to ride with you, girl. I'm telling you. You got the wave, you got the surfboard, but you won't get on it. You won't ride it.
I'm way more powerful than I give myself credit for. I'm aware of all of this. I'm aware the power of my tongue. I could say somebody's name right now and my phone to ring and it'll be them calling. Like that's how severe it is. Like I know the power I hold.
Knowing the
I'm
path
trying
and
to
walking the path are two different things.
I know. So I need to walk the walk. I know.
You know it's in you.
Baby steps, mental. Baby steps. I'm getting there.
Girl, you don't need baby steps. You grown. You need grown woman steps. Forget them baby steps. You beyond that. If you didn't know no better, I'd agree with you. Baby steps till you get to know it, then you can do it. No, love, you know now. There's no excuse. And only the procrastination is you don't want to do it. You don't want to give up what you got to give up to get to where you got to get to through your spirit. Not through what anyone else is telling you.
God has a funny way. And it's so funny you saying this because I promise you, anytime I'm overworking myself, it's I can never just sit down. God sit me down. Like right now, I'm down bad. Like y'all to never understand the amount of pain that I'm in right now. Mm-hmm. My jaw not swole, I'm not on, but I'm in excruciating pain right now. And I have had no other choice, literally, but to sit the fuck down. I have been in my bed, holding my head and my jaw for the last week. And then I could barely process orders. I haven't been up there to my venue in like a week. I have no other choice but to sit down right now. And I'm okay with that because
no. You know why you shouldn't be okay with it? Because the spirit told you so you wouldn't have to go through what you're going through. It's been telling you to sit the F down. I'm telling you, I can feel it.
Oh, I ain't got
listen, sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and be like, unplug all your phones, TVs, radios, and give yourself an hour or two of Nunu. Whatever that is, walking in the park, sitting in the house.
He said, "Turn my phones off." That's
everything.
Mental. Let me be real with you, mental, because I'm sitting here and I'm hearing you, and I just want Nunu to know that I told her all of this already.
Shut up, because I knew you was going to say that.
See? So I'm just regurgitating what you already heard. My bad.
You are. That's why I'm saying like I know mental. I know because Desiree custom, she gets on me all
But
the time.
this is for
My
your
cousin
spirit,
gotta
love.
be like,
This has nothing to do with me and Desi. Our spirit is talking to your spirit, and we're both telling you you're going to kill yourself if you don't slow down.
I
Love,
said
I'm
I've
not
been sitting
playing. This
down
is
for a
dead
week.
serious.
Dang.
she's working on even receiving.
You ain't been sitting
You
down
know
for
what
no
I'm
week
saying?
for real, girl. Quit
Yes,
playing with me. You've
I
been
have.
trying to process
She's so
orders,
used
hold your
to
hand
doing
and your jaw with one hand, processing orders like
this.
this. Girl,
But
stop
that's
playing.
easy though.
She's so
No,
used to being
no.
giving,
The spirit wants your undivided
She don't know
attention.
how
If
to.
Uh-oh.
you with your nigga and your nigga got your undivided attention, that's what the spirit wants. Undivided.
Uh-oh.
You feel me? That's it.
Uh-oh.
They don't want all that other shit. You distracted. Fuck you talking about? Let's get to work though.
Two
All
things, no.
so here's my problem. And I ain't even went through the questions. We just freestyling at this people. If
On your journey.
before I had my daughter, even now, all I ever had was my hustle. That's all. You would have asked me 10 years ago, what do you bring to the table? The only thing I would tell you, my hustle. My hustle was unmatched. Ain't nobody fuck with me on my hustle. Like, you can't see me. My hustle.
I'm looking right
Now,
at you.
huh?
I'm looking right at you.
No. When it comes to hustling, you can't see me, is what I'm saying.
You
I'm
just said I
way
can't see you. I'm looking. We on the same camera, the same live right now.
You know, wait, what minutes ago? You know what I'm saying, Jarrell. Quit playing. You know what I'm saying.
But
But
now,
like
all
that's
bullshit
the only
aside,
thing
though.
I always felt like I had to offer. For a lot of my life, I was in survival mode. So I am, again, like I said, I'm literally, this is 2024 has been the year of reprogramming for me. Breaking old habits, create new habits, new healthy habits, breaking old cycles. 2024 has been a year of exposure. A lot of shit is coming to the light that's been in the dark. A lot of
Fact.
shit. And I feel like a lot of that energy is coming with like, Rich, you got to do something different. That's the whole reason why my damn jaw hurt. I've been needing to get my wisdom teeth pulled out for the last probably damn near 10 years. And guess what wound up happening? Not only did they, I love you. Not only did they have to pull my
Bye,
wisdom,
Erica.
Bye.
they
Bye,
had to pull
love.
a fifth tooth. I done had 5 goddamn teeth extracted because I procrastinated and waited too long to get this done.
Yeah, I ain't
So
playing
that's
Why?
with
why I
you.
said like a lot of I'm
But
focusing on my health.
this
I'm
is the
focusing
shadow work. Why? Why did you wait so long? What was stopping you from doing what you knew you were supposed to do?
on what I'm going through, this pain. This shit hurt. Bad.
I'm gonna say two things. No. One, stop saying baby steps. Every step is a step. It don't matter if it's small, big, or large.
Right. So if every step is
Every step is a
the
step.
problem.
No matter what step you take, even if it's small now, it could lead to something bigger later.
Facts.
There is no such thing as baby steps. A step is a step, regardless. Another thing, y'all know I can't speak on the podcast without bringing up football. Y'all know this, so I'm gonna be 100% real with
That's
you.
the baby.
I 100% agree with everything Mental said about sitting down. Now, I was taught a lesson, and it hurt my heart, but opened my mind.
Mm.
All throughout my freshman year of college, all throughout OTAs, 2-a-days, practice, all that, I was with the first team. Everybody knows first team is the team that starts. I
Right.
was with first team. My first real game, I got benched for the game started. He told me, put your jersey on, put your pads up, put your helmet up. You ain't suiting up today. Hurt my heart, but opened my mind.
Disrespectful.
Why though?
He told me, I want you to stand by me and I want you to watch.
Oh, tenfold. So he's trying to show you something.
And I learned a whole lot more watching that one game than I have ever in my entire life. Watching football, watching myself, studying film, playing, practicing, training. I learned a whole lot more watching that one game. Just being patient, sitting back and learning about myself. Why is this going this way? Why is it going that way? Why am I had to ask myself, why did I get benched? When I put an accident coach, he made a decision. So I had to ask myself, why did I get benched? And it opened my eyes in a lot of ways to a whole lot more shit. And I was able to see a lot more. And it made me that I was already a dog. That made me better. Patience is really key.
And
Facts.
that's another thing that I'm working on. I suck. I have zero patience. Always been.
Ooh,
Nah, you got patience
lack
when
of
that patience
patience
for.
is the spiritual killer.
No, you have patience. What you want to have patience for? And I say that because you've been in some relationships that lasted longer than they should have. That's patience. You've dealt with
I don't
people.
even want to call it
You've dealt with
patience.
people.
I was
I don't know. I'm
great.
with you on that one. It could have been just love
No.
or lust.
You know what? I wouldn't even
To
call that
deal
patience.
with
I would call that tolerance. I tolerated it.
to deal with
Oh,
somebody or deal with their bullshit or deal with this,
Settling.
deal with that, that's patience. Because you steady thinking in your head, I can help them. I can change this. I can change that. I can be better for this person. You got to have patience in yourself to want to sit around and deal with that shit.
No, I don't think that applied to me. Like I really was just like, all right, man, look, it's gonna get greater later. I wasn't. I don't think that's really me
If
just
you just said what I said, it's gonna get
holding
greater
on to
later.
false hope. That's patience, though.
That you got to be patient with a person to stay
that's
with them.
wishful thinking if you think it's bad now and it's going to get better later.
Yeah, but you got like I say, you got to be patient to think that it's gonna get better, knowing this person already showing you who they is.
Well, no, patience is more of my man looking for a job. He's actively looking for a job. He goes out looking, he just ain't found nothing. And you stick with him because you're patient. Now, a year done went by and he ain't found a job, that patience ain't gonna get it done no more.
Yeah, that's
You
tough.
you know what I'm saying? But to me, what with Nunu, if it's when you're dealing in relationships, patience kind of takes on a different tone, only because it depends on who you're dealing with and why you're dealing with them. If you're dealing with someone that your spirit has told you he's not for you, then the only reason you're dealing with him is because something feels good, looks good, tastes good, smells good, sounds good. Only reason.
Go ahead,
Because
spit it
spirit
on
already
in.
said that he ain't for you.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I never because my last relationship was with my daughter father, and I just did a lot of tolerating and holding on to false hope towards the end. I never had the patience for none of that shit. I just was like, all right, we because of the position that we was in. We was in a different state. We didn't have no family out there, so I kind of was just like,
He felt
I was over
handcuffed.
the relationship. We stuck here. I didn't have no patience for it. I just was like, all
He
right.
ain't had no
I,
choice.
it was really like defeated. Like this is failed. I don't have no more hope for this. We're
You
just
could
through.
have always moved back home.
No, that wasn't our situation.
No, can't fall.
No.
You know the easiest test to know whether you got patience or not, when your child got that math problem. If Billy got five
Ooh,
apples,
please don't talk about homework, baby. You don't even
if
got that
Billy
extra
got
hour on
five
you.
apples,
I'm.
and you take
If you
away
got
three,
5 fucking
how
apples,
many you
that's
got
how I am.
left?
I am.
That right there is true patience.
I don't have it. I don't even help my daughter with her homework. How about that? She does her homework at school. Me and her
And you
teacher.
know
We
something?
talk.
That explains everything on why you cannot be still. They're linked. Your lack of patience and
Absolutely,
why you
absolutely.
can't be
My
still.
lack of patience is like a domino effect to a lot of things that I practice on a regular. I,
Nunu,
I will try to help my daughter with her homework,
that
but
needs
her
to be
teacher have
your
conversations about this
number
all the time.
one goal. Number one, not your business, not making money, none of that. You need to work on that because that's going to improve the inner you.
Well, I'm
I
already put that's
can't
that's why
stress
this
it
came up
enough.
because I'm working on it. I'm
The
working on
way
it.
you're going, you ain't working on it good enough.
Yes,
Them baby
I
steps
am.
ain't talking, ain't working. My
Yes,
spirit
he
is telling
is.
me
My baby
if
steps
you keep
working.
going the way you're going, it's gonna be problematic.
I know that it already has. It already has. But no,
Careful.
I am working on it though. Like I am God. So I feel like God keep putting me in situations where I'm like my back against the wall. I have no other choice to be patient in a lot of situations that I'm facing right now. And instead of being impatient, getting irritated, and trying to alternate route, I'm just sitting back, just waiting, being
Careful.
patient. I
That's
am.
how it
I really
starts.
am. Like, I'm not saying this because we're on this power. Like I'm really practicing this shit in real life. But I'm
Careful.
just I'm just sharing this with y'all, letting y'all know what I'm working on with what I work because I'm working on myself a lot right now, a lot. I'm working on anger.
Good.
I'm working on patience. I'm working on being a better mother. I'm working on a lot of stuff right now. So yeah, I'm definitely putting in the work. And I agree with you, Jarrell. I do need to take baby steps out of my vocabulary. I need to stay, like you said, mental, grown woman steps. Because my motto has always been slow motion is better than no motion. Now, do that mean stay stagnant? No. But
All right.
I just feel like, I'd rather be doing this than just doing this. You know what I'm saying? But I agree. Like, I do need to kick it into second gear from the baby steps because I think I'm becoming too reliant on the baby steps. Did everybody freeze?
No, we
We
hear you.
did. We see
Oh,
you.
We
it looked like
listening.
everybody did the mannequin challenge real quick.
We on your
Look, we
time.
listening
You
to
the
the
guy.
shadow
You
work right
run
now.
us.
Shadow work is
Yeah,
being done.
I'm really, really working. I'm really working on myself. Like, I'm not just saying this and then going doing. Like, I'm really, really working on myself, and I'm liking the progress that I'm making. But I do feel like if I kicked it into second gear, that I would, like it even more, for sure.
You certainly would. I agree.
Okay, guys. So at this point, I didn't even get through the questions. I got through like two questions. We freestyled it tonight, but I enjoyed every single bit of it. Um, I guess we could do like closing statements. Desiree, let's start with you because you haven't had much to say tonight at all, and I'm shocked because you usually got something to say.
Well, I think that everybody covered everything perfectly fine. What I'm gonna tell you about standing on business, like I said, is being a person of your word. Remembering the agreements that you make with yourself. Understand, somebody was telling me something about dark laws the other day. And they said your dark laws are something like the laws that you have for yourself, but they on the opposite side of that. So it's kind of like shadow work, but with the laws. So if y'all once I talk to her some more and I get more information on it, I'll tell y'all about it.
I can see the part
But
two standing on business because I really like this subject. I just, we didn't get a chance. We were so passionate about when then, my cousin came in with the sea moss and that was intriguing. So
I think
I
all
think
of it
part two.
correlated.
Yeah.
I think it all correlated. It's all about standing on business. Anything, I feel like everything is interconnected. If you say you standing on business, you're gonna stand on business in your health. You're gonna stand on business in the way that you
Facts.
do business, the way that you
I
do it
stand.
about yourself. Whatever it is that you standing on, when you start standing on yourself, period, that's when you really standing on business. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. Get to know yourself. That's how you gonna stand on business. Until then, you're gonna keep being inconsistent, you're gonna keep being impatient, you're gonna keep being lazy, you're gonna keep using the excuse of it's just who I am. Like, just that's it. Just find
I
out who
hate
you
that.
are.
I hate that so bad. It's just me. Okay, well,
But
shit, you got it. Do your
like
thing.
patience, I'm not gonna lie. I remember being a child, my daughter's age, and my mama would always say, Narissa, slow down. Narissa, you have to. So this is, I can really say, like, this ain't nothing I just got overnight. I've been impatient since I was a kid. This is a trait, and we talking about 34 years of a bad habit. So, again, I can agree with the this who I am, but that doesn't mean that, it's not irreversible. I'm one of those people that I don't believe in change. I think I believe in readjusting. So I can readjust myself and say, okay, well, not say, but actually practice being more patient. But deep, deep down inside, is still that impatient person. I feel like I don't
You know,
believe it. I believe in
If you
readjust.
don't get it in this lifetime, you'll get it in another.
you know what's funny? You know how I know you ain't got no patience. And I was told by this from my grandmother because I ain't got no patience. I ain't patience is very little. When you talk, Nunu, you move a lot. You got to keep moving. You got to keep doing something.
Yeah,
You can't sit still. You can't just sit there.
I've been having
That's
a
how I
hard
know you ain't got no patience.
night because I'm cooking. My cousin here, yeah, yeah, you right. And I
And,
talk about it.
and that's
You
another
can't
thing.
give me
Even
this
when we're
out.
sitting here talking, Nunu, you're doing 1,000 things.
Mm-hmm. Her hands
You
over here
never
like
just sit
this.
still and do one thing.
You thought she knew
Yes,
sign
I
language as much as she moved her fingers. Just be man.
Not that you can't. I'm not saying you can't do one thing. I'm saying you rarely do. You're moving, and it's a blessing, but it can be a curse.
it's a curse for me. It's not.
It's not a curse.
It's nothing
It's something that you just
about
got to work through.
I am. I'm so impatient. It's bad. Like, I will meet a guy, and if he not doing what I need him to do within that first week, I'm on to the next. Because it's like, how much time do you need? It's bad.
So think about it. Your impatience is probably the biggest hurdle
It's
to
hindering me.
your
I know it.
spiritual progression.
I know it is.
Once you get that, you will be the most powerful Nunu you've ever been.
I believe that. I believe that. I know if I think if I was more patient, I definitely believe I'd be a more powerful woman. Like
Everything you want would come to you.
exactly.
You ain't even got to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not just you, Nunu, Miss Desi. Also, when you know yourself and you're functioning in your spirit, doing what you want to do that makes you feel good, that doesn't hurt nobody else, and still being kind and considerate of others, the way is open. Your spirit is going to open up anything and everything you need to succeed. But you must have patience because the spirit don't work when we want it to work immediately, but it will be right on time when you need it.
You said Dez will cut a motherfucker off in a minute. Waste no time.
Chop game strong.
Man, waste no
I,
time.
I ain't got
What you say?
cut
Chop game strong.
I just gotta peep you in the dough. Cause once I peep you and I see you not for me, ain't no need in wasting my time with you.
Facts.
So
I'm
I'm
helping
I'm
you and me.
I don't want you to get
Facts.
emotionally attached to something you can't keep.
Ah.
this.
Okay.
This.
Uh, well, it's
Okay.
been a great podcast
It
once
has.
again.
I
Oh
would
yeah,
love
all facts.
Sunday. Hopefully, I'm not over here feeling like somebody going across my head with a sledgehammer. But I would definitely look because I only got through two of the questions and it's 12. And this is a real standing on business. I really do like this subject and I would like to get, whoever the guy, Desiree, you got it Sunday, right? So yeah, I
Make
would
sure you give Desiree Mrs. What's her name?
Erica.
Miss
I got
Erica's information
I
because I
got it.
do
I
like that
got her
sea moss.
information already.
oh
I
yeah,
send
her
it
see
to you.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
she has, and I'm not just saying this because she's my cousin, but the first sea moss I've ever had was hers. Now, when she moved back to St. Louis for a little while, there's a store out here called Culture Connection, and they sell all the herbs and all natural stuff. All black owned business vendors is in this store. And I tried to try other people's sea moss, but nobody's sea moss tastes like hers. She has sat in my house and made that sea moss several times, and it takes her like 12 hours to make. It's not an overnight process. It's not a quick
Right.
process. It takes her 12 hours to make that stuff. And she puts a lot of important stuff in there. She not just making sea moss. She put all these different herbs, like she said, the bladderwrack, the elderberry, some stuff she just bought today at the grocery store, manuka honey. Like she puts her everything into that sea moss. And it tastes so good. It's hard not to eat the whole thing at once. And you're not supposed to do that, but it's really good. It's really like a dessert.
Hey, so all BS aside, because like I said, I've heard of it. What is sea moss?
It's a super herb, basically. You literally find it in the bottom of the
Well,
sea.
I'm gonna tell you what it came from. Irish sea moss. When there was a drought or a food famine in Ireland, all they ate was Irish sea moss, and it strengthened them, and they still had vitality, and they learned about the property of it and what it does.
And it
That's
actually prevents cancer. Like
yes, the
why they want to give people chemo, they don't want to tell them about sea moss.
well
Sea moss,
because
sea moss get rid of mucus, all of
yep.
that stuff.
I,
That's
I,
why
I've
Well,
been,
that's
I've been
why we
hearing
keep it
about
because we got asthma and that keeps that mucus and stuff down with us.
I've been
well,
hearing
it'll
about sea
cure
moss
your
for a
asthma.
long time.
You get rid of the mucus, you get rid of asthma. My bad, Mr. Accountability. Go
No,
ahead.
you good. No, I've been hearing about sea moss for a long time. I just never actually knew. I thought it was like something you rub on your skin. Like I ain't know.
You
I just
can.
heard
You can
about it.
rub it on your skin. You can ingest it. And like my mama was an herbalist before she passed. My mama said anything that you put on the inside of your body, you should be able to put on the outside. And if you put
And
on
you
the
know
Oh,
what?
outside, you
You
should be
know
able to
what?
put on the inside.
Now it's funny that you say that, right? Check it out. So now on the bottle it say don't eat, but I used to eat anyway. When I get sick, I used to eat a spoonful of Vicks Vapor Rub. Don't judge me. I still do it to this day. See, that's that bullshit.
You're
Everybody
not
shaking their,
supposed
everybody
to.
shaking
no,
their head.
no,
I don't want
listen,
to hear it. I don't want to
listen.
hear it. No, that
Only
Let
shit,
me find
because
out
your
you
that
skinny
shit,
with
spirit
this
that
is
shit
fluid.
carries
strong
me up.
enough to take that Vicks vapor rub and make it into something because your spirit is so strong, it could have been orange pop. It could have been chocolate. It could have
y'all,
been tea leaves.
but no,
He
y'all
said
laughing.
your
I'm
spirit is
dead
so
ass serious.
strong.
Like,
I'm being
all,
real.
Your
You
all
think I'm
immune system
playing?
so
no, like,
That
strong.
you said you gonna get healed off this Vicks vapor rub and you took it and you was healed.
I'm
I'm not
telling
mad
you,
at you.
All bullshit aside, I would take a spoonful out and I'll eat a
I'm not mad
spoonful,
at you.
and then I'll take a spoonful
You just gave me the worst.
and I'll
terrible.
put it in my hot tea. Like I swear,
Yep,
it
I
clears
know
me
what
up
you're
quick.
saying.
It clears me up quick every time. I eat some and I put some in my hot tea. I hated putting it on my nose. I couldn't breathe. It was like, nah, this ain't it. Nope. I just ate it, and that worked. And even on the bottle, I didn't learn until I was 28 years old that it says on the bottle, "Do not eat, do not swallow." I didn't know that. I was
But
just
you know
eating the
what's
shit.
crazy though? I have heard what he did is an old school remedy. I have heard of people saying, take a spoonful of Vicks Vapor Rub. Now, I wouldn't. I don't know. I would do it every time I get.
It
But I
don't
have
taste
heard
that bad though.
that's
Trump
definitely
said you
like,
can drink some Lysol and get rid of COVID.
but you know what? You know they was trying to fake say that during the pandemic.
No,
That's tough.
They was
people
trying to.
actually died doing what he said. They died. Come on.
Dumbass.
They was trying to say the cure to COVID is to
Just
drink
drink
some
it.
Lysol. I'm like, yeah, they trying to kill
Some
us.
what?
Lysol.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers died drinking Lysol. Thought it was a game.
And like she said, and she not lying, she never caught COVID. I
But this
believe
is
I
what
would have
I'm
never caught it
saying.
if I didn't never go
Most
back to work.
people are so gullible. If they say, "Oh, COVID," da da da, then if you take the COVID vaccine, it doesn't stop you from getting COVID. This shit is ridiculous.
Because,
You
and this
ain't
is
even
what I
got to
didn't
be a
understand about,
doctor.
they put that chickenpox vaccine out back in the 70s or the 80s. When the last time you seen somebody with chickenpox?
It's been a long
You see what
time.
I'm saying? So why couldn't that same thing apply to the COVID
But
vaccine?
no, I will say with the chicken pox, the issue with that was when it went rampant. It's because no one was vaccinated. Now that we're vaccinated, believe it or not, if we weren't vaccinated and just one kid caught chicken pox, nigga, that shit'll go through the whole goddamn neighborhood everywhere they go. And say we weren't vaccinated, all of us would be on that goddamn chicken pox.
I had
So
chickenpox as a kid.
vaccinations are good. The problem is after the 70s, 80s, they started just saying, yo, we just about to start killing motherfuckers with these vaccinations. Let's keep giving it to them and get paid for giving it to them. Because when I was young, I think we got 16 vaccinations from kindergarten to high school. Now they get like 44. A lot of shit we don't even know of. Mendicacu, Maganda, this, that. Rare shit that motherfuckers would never get, but they vaccinating anyway.
But they
Then
get
they
paid
giving you
for it.
vaccinations 3, 4, 5 at a time. They don't know what happens when you mix them vaccinations together. So I'm
They
just
about
letting
to
you know.
find out.
Hospital stands for
We have never
house
gotten that flu
sick
vaccine. We've
peoples.
never
It
got
has
that.
nothing to do with curing you. Don't ever get it twisted.
Oh no.
Hospitals, house sick peoples,
Big
doctors, what
Pharma is
do?
the biggest
They
hustler out
practice
here.
medicine.
Big Pharma, Big Pharma, and college. The two biggest hustles out here. I'm sorry. You gonna approve me for a college loan and my credit score is 480? Come on now.
Right,
Yes,
but we
we
don't give it
will.
to
And
you
you're gonna
anyway.
pay us back at a
I can't go in the bank and
46%
get a business loan,
interest
but
rate.
I can get a school loan with a 480.
Yes, you can, because we want you to get the education that you need. We want to better you. So we're
Mhm.
gonna give you that loan. We're gonna give you, and you're gonna pay it back at a 46% rate. Okay?
Right. At a 46% rate.
The
Gonna
problem
give
is
you this
most of them
loan.
ain't never getting their money
We're
back.
gonna go out there. Good luck with finding a job, and you're never gonna be able to pay this loan back. You're gonna forever be in debt with us. Congratulations.
Well, as long as you owe them, they owe everybody else. The
Long as you owe
Department of
them, they
Justice.
ain't never broke, right?
No,
Oh,
they
say
owe
it again,
everybody
girl.
else. They broke. They broke as fuck.
No, baby, because you got all these people you gave loans to, but bad, you knew their credit wasn't shit. As long as we owe you, you'll never be broke.
But here go Biden wanting to give these immigrants $400,000.
Now, where my forgiveness at? Because they said he went back to the forgiveness. I'm waiting to see my account go to zero.
I got forgiven.
You gotta
All
go and
mine.
Applied for the
apply.
forgiveness
Did
for
you
2022.
apply? Did you apply?
I
Yeah, I still
yeah,
got the screenshots for my confirmation in my favorites in my album. That's how serious I am. Like, I wanted to get forgiven.
Call
they
I
them.
gave back
deserve to
all
be
my
forgiven.
money.
You
You
gotta
good?
call them. But you military, you didn't receive any of the GI
Yeah,
Bill, Chapter
if
30.
you military, your shit should have been forgiven because mine was.
Mm, I'm definitely
Yeah,
not military.
they
I'm the
even
sibling. I'm the sibling of. I mean, yeah, the sibling of a guy who in the military. But okay.
nah. If you was his daughter or something like that, you would have been able to use his benefits or his spouse. You marry somebody from the military, you got it.
But she has to apply for it.
You
I
do
did. I applied in 2022.
reapply.
I guess
Call.
I applied. Like I said, I still have the screenshots of my phone from the confirmation after I got done applying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You just go to the studentaid.gov website.
Oh,
You
you
go to
go
the
right to studentaid.gov, the same
yep.
place you went and
Now,
got the loan from.
mind you, I've been on the loan forgiveness for freaking like 6 years, bruh. My
Really?
loan payment was zero when I moved from New York to Florida because my income dropped so dramatically.
Okay.
Hmm.
So even though I wasn't paying money, it was still forgiving my loan. This shit was crazy.
So it sounds like you had it on forbearance because that's what mine is. My
No, not forbearance. You got to get the loan forgiveness. If you work for the state, if you work
no,
for
I
the hospital, if you work in a humanitarian capacity, you can apply for loan forgiveness. It's 144 payments of zero or payments of $2, whatever it is, consecutively, then you can be loan forgiven. But when Biden came out with that program, it automatically forgave those that were on the loan forgiveness program
Yes.
mm.
automatically. But if you wasn't on the program, that's something different.
Yeah, I wasn't on that program.
Now what they doing is they only
I've always
forgiving
got
a
my parents.
percentage of your loans. So let's say you got 60,000 in loans. They'll probably say your cap would be 20,000 that they could give you in forgiveness. You still gotta pay the
No, they were gonna forgive $106,000 of for me for loan forgive. I only
no,
owe
I'm
38.
saying right
No,
now.
no,
I'm talking about
I'm just
right
saying.
now.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right now. They not doing it how you talking about.
So they're not
So
gonna forgive your whole loan anymore.
exactly. They only giving a percentage of it. So then not only that, then they came in and they revamped it. So now they just revamped the FAFSA. So now they even trying to scramble around and figure out what they gonna pay out. We still don't know what the Pell Grant or nothing for this year gonna be.
Mm.
So we
It's
still
all
waiting
over.
on money to drop. They said they lost $1 billion for the funding. So I don't know. I don't fucking
Right,
know
and that's
what
what happened when I applied for it. They had just ran out of money, so they was like, "Don't you worry, because when this picks back up, you'll be eligible to get forgiven." And then
they
it picked
lost
back.
that $1 billion. They don't know where $1 billion in funds went for towards that type of stuff. So so that's why we
They know
still
where it
on the
went.
hold too.
And
What
they
you
paid
said?
They know where it went.
I know they know, but I'm saying that's what they telling us. You so
that bullshit.
but you can go to studentaid.gov. They got it on there for you. You'll see it.
Cause
I
that's
say reapply. Reapply. Because they done did it. He's doing it again. So I really say reapply.
so he's doing it again for the percentage or the 100%.
No, it's a percentage.
I only owe 18,000. He can't you just kill
Oh,
all
you
that.
might not get nothing to taken off.
God,
Ouch.
No, I'm being serious. With your balance has to be at a certain level for them to even consider
I'm gonna be a
forget.
forbearing motherfucker the rest of my life. I ain't giving him.
I mean, I feel it, but
They
yeah,
can't get money out of stone.
Okay, you can't get nothing from nothing.
You
the
can't get
government
nothing for
done
nothing.
always
It's
stood
time.
on business, and that's been standing on our neck, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Next, I'm gonna stand on this trust. This trust
Look,
fund.
I ain't care whether I paid them or not. They wasn't getting no money from me.
You hear me? Gone. You might as well forgive all these loans at this point. Fuck is you talking about?
Forgive me
But
in advance for not giving you this money back.
but once again, the spirit came in and said, "I'm gonna take care of you, mental."
Yeah. Cause
Everything
that's
is
because
spirit linked.
that's the
Everything
thing
I've
about
gotten in my
being
life,
obedient.
right? Everything I've gotten in my life is because I've always put the spirit first. Once my life was saved by the spirit, I know I owed it a debt. I read everything the spirit told me to read. I did everything the spirit told me to do so that I could get at a certain point.
That's what you gotta do. I agree with that. Listen, move when you supposed to move. Be still
Well,
when you
I gotta
supposed
get
to be
going though,
still.
y'all. I
Yeah,
gotta get up early.
me
Yeah,
too.
same here.
Thanks for the
I
love
mean,
and
I gotta
everything.
check in and see everything going
Peace.
cool.
All right, y'all.
Okay, guys, I guess I will see you all Sunday. It was a pleasure talking to you both. Jarrell, did you want to close us out?
Oh no, I second what Dad said for sure. When you stand on business, be about your word. That matters. Stop making, stop
Not making
using
you
excuses and
Excuses
calling
and
them
calling them
reasons
reasons.
all day long.
for sure. Okay, guys. Well, the pleasure was all mine. Desiree, thank you for letting me host your lovely podcast for the second time.
Okay.
It was a pleasure, and I will see you guys Sunday.
All
All right,
right.
y'all.
See you. Bye bye. Hey, Auntie Trey.